All right, so thank you everyone for coming to our kinder through 8th grade virtual school fair. We're so excited to have this opportunity for parents to learn more about the school options in our Camden City School District. And so without further ado, because we are a little late to start the show, I would like to hand it over to the Executive Director of Parents for Great Camden Schools. She will be our guest speaker for today.
Hi, thank you, Soleil. Can everyone hear me and see me okay? Okay, so as Soleil mentioned, I am Shirley Rosari. I'm the Executive Director of Parents for Great Camden Schools. But first and foremost, I am a parent. I have two biological children and two more that I took in recently. And so I have a lot of experience in finding schools and asking the right questions and, or not asking the right questions and finding out later that I should have asked specific questions just to get to know more about my children's schools. So with that being said, here at Parents for Great Camden Schools, we often share a list of questions with parents, and there are 20 questions your child's teacher will probably love to answer that we share as part of our parent leadership training. So I'm not going to do the exact 20 today in the interest of time, but I'm choosing the ones that have helped me the most and hope that other parents can then take these when they're doing their research and speaking to school representatives just to learn more about their students' potential school. So first one is, what academic standards do you use and what do I need to know about them? So this is more about how the grading system is broken down. What percentage of the grade is based on homework? What percentage of the grade is based on participation? What percentage of the grade is based on tests? It's important to ask these up front so that you can know how to help your students stay on track. Second question would be, how will you respond if or when my child struggles in class? This is more about asking just to gauge to see if there's additional help that will be offered. Is there tutoring? Will the student be singled out for struggling, or will they be, just nurtured and provided the assistance that they need to be on task? The next question that I find useful is, how are creativity and innovative thinking used on a daily basis in your classroom? And this is just because I feel that each student should be nurtured, their creativity should be nurtured and should be incorporated in the class. And I know that can often be difficult for teachers to incorporate every student's needs, but also very important that students are allowed that creativity, that their innovative thinking isn't, that is nourished and not, that is not a barrier, because, sometimes you can do that and then the student will just lose that potential of critical thinking. Another question that I would like to ask is, how are assessments designed to promote learning rather than simple measurement? And this is a question, asking about assessments beyond standardized testing, which, can be a hot button issue, but they are a reality. But also you want to make sure that your students are learning beyond that. So it's important to ask, how are they being assessed? How regularly is this happening? What can I expect to hear about these assessments so that I know what my students, where they are as far as their development is concerned. Next question would be, what can I do to support literacy in my home? I know that we're often, told that reading is fundamental. We're taught, we learn from earlier on that you should read to your babies, have your babies read to you. But that changes as the students develop. And I saw this in my own home because I pushed the reading, and then it got to a point where my kids were just tired of reading. So I had to find creative and innovative ways to make sure that they're still working on their literacy, but that it's not a chore, and that it's not, that they're still interesting and they're still learning from it. And the teacher can be the great partner in helping you find those avenues, those what's good and what'll help in the home to supplement their education at home. Another question that I would ask is, what kind of questions did you suggest that I ask my children on a daily basis about your class? I know as parents, one of the first things that we ask children when we pick them up from school is, how was your day? But I know that with my kids, they were like, the quickest answer is, it was fine. Oh, it was okay. But you want to be able to just pull more information from your students. And you also want to know where they are, what lessons they're learning. So a teacher will be able to share what specifically they're working on now, how to propose those questions so that you don't get shut down. Because the goal then, other than the go-to question, the go-to answer being, oh, it was fine, the next question will probably be around food. So what'd you have for lunch? And that's just not, that's not very helpful. I mean, it's important if you're worried about what your kid is eating, but as far as, being a true partner with the teacher and really knowing where they are in the classroom, the teacher may be able to give you those guiding questions and talk about specifically what they're talking about in class so you can interact better with your students. What learning models do you use? I asked this question because if you're anything like me, I went to school years ago, and the way that stuff is taught now is completely different than the way that when I was being taught. So I've often had to ask teachers for some tools that I could use at home, some worksheets that I could use to help my kids do their homework. So it's important to just establish that with the teacher so that you're able to help at home with homework, able to supplement, able to maybe plan some trips at home around something that they're already learning in school, just so that they have that experience and they can tie it into a real everyday experience, tie it into the lessons that they're having at school. So this could be anything from, project-based learning, like I said, those arts and crafts, games, what games could be useful, and, experiential learning, like just going out to the park or going out to the beach, and how can you incorporate learning in that? Science, math, all of that can be incorporated into an experience with your family, and it'll be helpful if you can relate it back to something that they're learning in class. Is there technology you recommend that can help support my child in self-directed learning? For me, there has always been additional websites that students can use that may look like gaming, or it may be even the website that they use in class. If they're able to access it at home, just to stay on top, stay fresh, and stay on task, those will be very helpful. So it's important that you get to know those websites as well. So I just will, straight up just ask the teacher, what are the websites? Can you show me how to navigate it? Where, what areas is my students going to be focusing on so that I can go in and help them with it. Next question would be, what am I not asking but should be? And the teacher should be able to guide you in that. They'll be able to share more, I guess, their philosophy about their classroom. And it also goes to show that you're willing to be a partner, and it helps to open up that communication with teachers. Next question would be, how will my child's individuality be encouraged in your classroom? This is important to me because I do have, I have 4 girls who are all very completely different in personalities. And so knowing that, I can just imagine how many personalities a teacher has to deal with on a regular basis. But I feel that it's important that the student their individuality is nurtured and it is respected. So I always want to get a gauge for how the teacher feels about that. So if that's something that's very important to you, this is the way to phrase it. How are creativity and innovative thinking used on a daily basis in your classroom? Because you don't want to stunt your students' growth or their development. And you want to make sure that, you know, your students' learning environment is there to nurture them. And the last thing would be, what can I do to support you? This is, again, going back to establishing the rapport, making sure that the teacher knows that you are a partner and you're not an enemy. We're not on opposite sides, we're on the same side. We're sharing a child. So it's important to establish that relationship earlier on, and you'd be surprised by how open teachers are about how you can support them. And it's important that you do it, you be consistent, and you follow through, and you'll see those relationships grow. They've worked for me, and I am able to navigate among schools because I've created those relationships, and it's always been about supporting them. That's pretty much what I have. I guess there's 10 more questions on the list. If anyone is ever interested in learning them, I would be glad to forward them to you. But that's really much what I had. I feel it's important that you establish this early on, and you have to do it every year, and you have to continually do it because, you know, it's a long school year and you can lose track of that. It's important that you maintain those relationships, make sure that the teachers know that you have their back, and that the students know you have their back as well. It's definitely a community. And if that's something that's important to you, that's what you need to look for in a school, in order to continue to nurture our next generation. That's all that I have for now. Are there any questions? Oh, okay. Thank you all for your attention. Thank you all for being here, and I will pass it back to Soleil.
Thank you, Shirley. So being that we will not be doing breakout rooms because of the low parent turnout, and we want to make sure everyone gets a chance. I appreciate everyone's time. So do we have anyone that would like to go first, or if not, I can randomly select. Ms. Little, you want to go first? Sure. You're muted. Awesome.
Good evening, everyone. I bring you greetings from the H.B. Wilson Family School. I just want to share a little bit of information in reference to H.B. Wilson School. Our principal is Ms. Nicole Harrigan. Our lead educator is Ms. Catherine Jaqueke. Our FOC is Ms. Brittany Haley. School counselor, myself, Mary Little. Just a little breakdown of our school. We have 5 special education classrooms, 4 kindergarten classrooms, 4 first grade classrooms, 3 second grade classrooms, 3 third grade classrooms, 3 fourth grade, 2 fifth grade, 2 sixth grade, 2 seventh grade, and 2 8th grade classrooms. We also have different activities that we have. We have a total of 536 students in our school. Given some background on the things we have parent meetings, monthly parent meetings. We have honor roll assemblies. We have different programs such as Daddy-Daughter Dance, Donuts for Dads, Muffins for Moms. We have a great fathers meeting that come in, and we get mentors to come in and talk to our fathers. And that's a good turnout of our fathers will come out to that meeting. We have our 6th graders who have ladies in pearls and gentlemen in ties. So the students come, the girls wear pearls and the boys come in with ties and dressed up for that day. We also have fun day. We have trips, lunch with the principal for those who make principal's list, after school program and morning program, different assemblies, Black History Month, Hispanic Month. We do all the assemblies for those affairs. We also have a peace room in our building, and that's where we handle our conflict and resolution. And the students are taught how to handle conflict and resolution. And at the end, they piece it out and they're back to talking to each other with no more conflict. A lot of times people get that mixed up with bullying, but there is a difference of conflict and resolution and bullying. And I do serve as our anti-bullying specialist in our building. That's a brief synopsis of H.B. Wilson. And thank you for your time and listening.
Thank you so much, Ms. Little. I appreciate your time. Does anyone have questions specifically for Ms. Little and the H.B. Wilson team? All right, I don't see any in the chat, Ms. Little, so thank you so much for your time and your presentation.
You're welcome.
All right, does anyone want to go next? Mr. Mark from Hope. Okay, so you can share your screen at this point.
Okay, excellent. So I'm just going to start by introducing myself. My name is Mark Jebb from Hope Community. I actually started there in July. So on this call alone, we have our third grade teacher, Wanda Espada. We have Maya Worlds, our secretary in the office. And we also have Joelle Quick, who is our kindergarten teacher. We were all going to plan to speak. I'm just going to give you a little bit about our school, show you a video, answer any questions you have, and anything that I missed, they're going to jump in and fill in. So we're located on 836 South 4th Street in Camden. We are kindergarten through 6th this year. We got approved to go to 7th next year with plans to go to 8th the following year. We have one kindergarten class, one first grade, one second, two third, a 4th grade, a 5th grade, and a 6th grade class. I do know that in the past, COVID's changed a lot, and I've only been here since COVID. But I do know in the past, we've provided some after-school programs like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. I'm looking to expand that in the upcoming years. Obviously, we got to get through this pandemic first before implementing any other programs like that. Right now, I'm going to take the time to share a quick video with you guys, and then there we go. Everything's jumping around. All right, here's a little video about hope.
Mr. Jebb, if you optimize sound during screen share, it won't have the lag because there's no sound right now and it's lagging. There's two boxes on the left-hand corner when you screen share that should give you that capability.
Okay, so can you say that again? Because it was loud on my end, but apparently you guys couldn't hear anything. What am I doing?
Yep, so just stop screen share, and when you do it again, there's two little check boxes on your left-hand side that should say optimize sound and screen sharing so that it doesn't lag.
I'm so sorry. Where is that button?
On the lower left side of the screen share like prompt, it says share sound and optimize for video clip.
I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay. This should work. Somebody notify me a little sooner this time if it isn't.
Hi, my name is Nehemiah. I'm in 5th grade. I've been here since 3rd grade, and these are my brothers. We like Hope because Hope teaches us to be better people and better students.
Hi, my name is Alana, and I've been at Hope since kindergarten, and now I'm in 5th grade. This is my brother, and these are my cousins, and we like Hope because Hope treats us like family.
Hi, my name is Robin Ruiz. I'm the founder and executive director of Hope Community Charter School. Hope is a small, family-focused elementary school where everyone knows you and your child by name. We're located at 4th and Spruce off Broadway in Landing Square. Hope's mission is to provide a safe and caring, literacy-rich learning environment that guides and inspires students in building a solid academic foundation. Literacy is a path to a solid academic foundation by developing in each student a highly literate and effective communicator who is self-reflective, responsible decision maker. Both literacy and math is taught in the workshop model and includes technology centers. Teachers provide small group instruction while other students work with partners and independently to complete engaging and challenging activities at each center. Hope values families and relationship, and our school culture reflects the importance of respect, relationships, and kindness.
Hope Community Charter School received the honor of becoming a Kindness Certified School District. At Hope, we offer a social emotional learning curriculum to teach self-management and relationship skills. We are proud to be supporting our children's ability to thrive in learning and in life.
Being a part of Hope Family has been amazing. The literacy and mathematics program is amazing. My child's education and development has exceeded all my expectations.
Hope offers many different in-school and after-school programs. Hope has a student council, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, and Hope's own drill team. Join our Hope family by making Hope your first choice on Camden enrollment.
Turn the video off real quick. I apologize. So there's a nice little video, just a little bit about Hope. And, like I said, playing again, sorry. I've been at Hope just a short time, but, I can tell you, they've said it a million times. It's all about building those relationships. And really, what sticks out to me is the growth. So just in my short time since July, I've seen growth in the students in this atmosphere and growth in our teachers. And it's amazing to me, and I've been in a lot of different school systems, how quickly we can take the data and provide our students with what we need or what they need to succeed and show that growth. Did Wanda, Joelle, Maya, did you guys want to add anything?
So I would just like to add, I've been with Hope for almost 7 years. I came from a public school district in the suburbs, and I've chosen to stay at Hope because it's such a small family school. Being able to have those small class sizes, the capability of having 2 teachers in the classroom has really helped to really push forward our students and in their academic abilities and also as well socially. Thank you.
Joelle, Maya, not to call you out, but anything to add? If not, we're done. I'll give you guys a minute. I can't see you guys, so. Okay, and that's it for us. Thank you guys so much. Any questions?
Any questions for Hope Community Charter School? I don't see any in the chat from our parents. So thank you so much, Hope, for presenting. Anyone else like to go up next? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I see all my screens. Ms. Arriaga, would you like to go next for Davis?
Sure, all good. Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna try to share my screen. Wait. Oh, I lost you, Soli. There we go. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rebecca Arriaga. I'm the Family and Operations Coordinator at Davis Family School. On behalf of Ms. Sharon Woodridge, our principal, and our lead educator, Ms. Danielle Montague, thank you for having us here this evening. I'm going to come off my here. Okay. So again, Davis Family School is located in the 34th and Kramer area of the city. And our mission statement is, our mission is to provide a quality education for all students. We support our teachers who are committed to providing a rigorous course of study, and we will partner with parents and the community as we embrace the unique diversity of our school. And our vision is to provide a safe, clean, culturally enriched environment that supports every student with the opportunity to study, grow, and explore. Every student will be a respectful and responsible member of their community, of their school and community as they assist in preparing themselves for college and career readiness.
Ms. Arriaga, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Are you supposed to be screen sharing right now? Or no? Because I just don't see a screen. I want to make sure we're not missing anything.
So my laptop just died.
Oh, no worries then. Please continue.
Okay, so I'll continue. I'm going to
My
freestyle the
apologies.
rest of this. So we are a pre-K to 8th grade. We have 3 pre-Ks, 3 pre-Ks, 2 kindergartens, 2 first, 2 second, 2 third, 2 fourth, 2 fifth, 1 6th, 2 7th, and 2 8th, and that will be changing next year as the dynamics of our school will be changing. Activities that we have for our school, we have karate, we have Girl Scouts, we have an art club, a guitar club. We're very, we make sure that our students are very well engaged in the arts. Let's see, we have a full gymnasium. We have, we just have an array of things that we do offer at Davis. We have a male school nurse who is very involved with our students. And that's all I have. I apologize that my laptop died on me.
No problem whatsoever, Ms. Arriaga. And to do you fair justice, if you have a slide that you would like us to share on our socials, you can send that to me and I'll make sure we do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for your time. Any questions for Davis School? Davis is based in East Camden. If you guys could definitely.
I do.
Oh, okay. Hi, Josie. Yes.
Hi,
Josie.
Hi, everyone. So, Rebecca, I have a question for you. So, if I have parents that would like to know what type of programs you have with IEP or ELL, what you know, like not the steps of taking, but what type of team do you have to offer our families?
So we do have our child study team person, or her name is Miss Hakila Bay. She is very involved in that process. And again, you know, we do have special needs programming depending on the IEPs. And then obviously there is, you know, steps and protocols that the parents can take if they feel as though they want their child to be, you know, evaluated and things of that nature. I definitely, I'm always there to assist parents and encourage them if they do have those concerns, to just please reach out to me and we can just all meet and, you know, we can discuss these concerns so their child could get the best education.
Thank you for the question, Josie.
Thank you.
And thank you, Ms. Arriaga.
Thank
If you
Josie.
guys could, while you're presenting, I know it's a lot to juggle and keep in your brain, but if you guys could definitely mention just the neighborhoods you're in, so families are aware. And I did get chatted that Ms. Sierra at KIPP would like to go next. So feel free to screen share whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, can you hear me? All right, let me open this. Hey, can you see my screen? All right, can everyone see my screen? We're good? All right, so my name is Sierra. I am the Enrollment Coordinator at KIPP Cooper Norcross Academy. I've been with KIPP almost 6 years now, so I've been with us for a while. And my main role at KIPP is making sure that all of our families transition to our school smoothly. And I'm just going to go over a few slides that kind of show KIPP as a network. All right, so we are currently 4 schools. If you didn't know, our Landing Square building at Clinton and Broadway is 2 schools. One is K through 4 and one is 5th through 8th. Then we have our Whittier Middle School, which is 3rd through 8th right now. If you have kids ranging between 3rd and 8th grade, it's the best school for you to get all of your siblings into one campus. We have the most seats to offer at that campus. And then we have our high school. Right now, our high school is just serving 9th grade. Next year, we'll be serving 9th and 10th. And if your student joins us for K through 8th, they have a guaranteed seat at our high school. They don't need to do an application. They just get in automatically. So just some quick facts. Like I said earlier, we have 4 schools, and we were founded in 2015 in the Landing Square building. And we currently have about 1,700 students between our 4 schools, and we should grow about 200 students next year. So while we're a big school because it's broken up into 4, we actually do feel like a very small, tight-knit community. So our school is also here and available for all students. I get a lot of feedback from families in Camden that think we don't serve students with certain needs or who are differently abled. We take all kids. Our only requirement for our school, because we're a Renaissance school, is that you must live in Camden city school limits. But we have kids from all different backgrounds, all different abilities. The next one is once you get accepted with us, you have a seat with us all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade, so you don't need to reapply. Once you're in, you're good to go. Our teachers are also available by phone and by email. You get each classroom has 2 teachers, so you'll get both of your teachers' phone numbers at the beginning of the school year. And let's say your child comes home and it's 6:30 and they're having problems with a reading or writing assignment. You can feel free to text or call your teacher and get help. And it's just a way for you guys to have access to the school at all times. We also do a lot of texting to parents, whether your student is doing bad or good. We want to make sure that we're in communication with parents regardless of how your student's doing, because we want you to know when your child's succeeding. So our teachers text a lot, send a lot of videos, and you get a ton of emails from us as well. We serve breakfast, lunch, and a snack for all students. If you come to our after-school programming, we feed the kids dinner. Dinner's at like 4:30, so probably won't fill them up, but it is something for them to eat. All of our food is cooked in our kitchens in the school. We actually just removed 2 of our freezers to stay away from frozen foods so that our students are eating as much fresh food as possible every day. Our Whittier campus actually even has like a fresh fruit smoothie bar where students can go and get a blended beverage that is, fruit and ice and nice and healthy for them. We also do a lot when it comes to education. We have music, we have art. Our Landing Square Middle School has a dance class. Whittier had a robotics class. Our extracurriculums usually depend on either what the students and parents are asking from us, as well as what teachers we have and kind of highlighting their talent. We also do a lot of trips. When it's not COVID, we tend to go on at least 4 field trips a year and just kind of get the students out. And we've been many places. Our middle schoolers have been as far as like Boston to Richmond, Virginia. So we get to go on some long trips. So this one is for our primary school, just to highlight it a little bit more since this is the K-8 night. We have reading, math, science, physical ed, art, music, like I said, field trips. We do Saturday school, which some people are like, why would you go to school on Saturday? But it's usually a lot of fun. We usually have giant fairs. Last year, we rented a bunch of bounce houses and the kids did a bunch of science experiments and then played outside. And the last thing I want to tell you about is that we have a KIP through college program. I think that makes KIP unique, is that we have a program that follows kids basically the second you enter your school until you graduate from either trade school or college. We follow you along the way. So when you graduate high school, it's not the end of your relationship with us. We keep going. We follow you until you're done with college. And if you need help with college, we support you there. Same with trade school. We have a lot of alum that's come back to work for us. And you guys know about Camden Enrollment. And then, if you have any questions, just share them in the chat for me. No, these guys can't even see my face.
Thanks, Sierra. I don't see any questions at the moment in the chat, but I do want to share that we are live streaming. So if there are any questions on Facebook Live, we will also ask them. So if parents are watching us, please feel free to ask questions. We will ask them on your behalf. But at the moment, we don't have any. So thank you so much, Sierra, for your time.
Bye, guys.
Awesome. Miss Casella from Cooper's Point, would you like to go next?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I would love to go next.
Awesome.
All right. I think you need to give me sharing screen capabilities. Sorry, I thought I had it earlier.
No worries.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Principal Casella. I'm from Cooper's Point Family School in North Camden on State Street, for those of you who don't know. I have a presentation that I did that I'm going to pull up.
You should be able to screen share now.
Awesome. Oh, you get to see my desktop. Ignore my desktop. All right. And it's the first time I've done a PowerPoint, and I wanted to have the Spanish translations at the bottom, so forgive me if this doesn't go so smoothly.
No worries. You're going to slideshow, and yep, perfect.
Yep,
You got
right.
it.
All right, here we go. Hello, my name is Principal Casella, and I am here with our superstar lead educator, Ms. Ford, and we welcome you to Cooper's Point Family School. Here at Cooper's Point, we pride ourselves on our relationships with the families we serve. We offer many events that include our families, and we constantly provide opportunities for feedback. We involve our families in our decision-making, and we often become part of our families' lives by engaging beyond the school walls. We are a proud member of the North Camden community. Cooper's Point is the only traditional public school in North Camden and has been serving generations of families and students since 1966. The last few years have brought many awesome upgrades, including our partnership with Trust for Public Land and our brand new playground that was built with input from our students. In addition to the new playground, construction has started on the final phase. The final phase includes rain gardens and outside classrooms. These amazing upgrades are open to all members of our local community. Our partnership with the Sixers brought us even more playground improvements, including 2 new half courts that are used daily during recess and after school. We love our sports teams, and so does Kellogg's and Mission Tiger. Ben Simmons, along with the Sixers and Kellogg's, donated $20,000 to our school sports teams last year. We were able to purchase all new uniforms, team benches, new rims, and an awesome scoreboard. The Sixers have also provided us many unique experiences. We have had students be present on court for the singing of the national anthem, and even had a 76ers as a teammate as a mentor. The Sixers also funded Playworks, which is our new recess experience, creating fun and leadership opportunities for students daily. We offer many sports and clubs. We strive to be the best, and we typically are. We offer basketball, softball, track and field, cross country, cycling, and next year we will even offer kickboxing. As we stated, we are inclusive and value all types of students. We have a Special Olympics program that fosters a partnership with special education students and general education students year-round. The goal is to build friendships and experiences that promote our school's values of celebrating the uniqueness of every student. We are scholars as well. We foster partnerships with universities such as Rowan through their CHAMP program. CHAMP offers after-school tutoring, trips to universities and colleges, and a variety of other educational experiences. We also partner with our neighbor, Rutgers University, through our Ignite program. Ignite provides daily after-school experiences for grades 4 through 8, as well as an engaging summer program. Cooper's Point supports the families and students we serve through our school-based youth services program. SBYS offers counseling service, wraparound services, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Girl Scouts, and much, much more. Cooper's Point is community. We continually find opportunities to serve our families in and out of school. We know the importance of family, and we treat everyone like family. We are only as good as the community we serve, and we are proud to serve daily. Okay, that's it. Anyone have any questions? If so, you can reach us on our Facebook page, Cooper's Point Family School. You can message us there or like us there and comment, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for letting us present.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Casella. We appreciate your time. All right. So,
Ms. Sully, I have another question for Ms. Casella. Hi, Ms. Casella. So you already know I'm a sport fanatic. I'm a parent that I love schools that carry a lot of different sports and clubs. So I'm excited for the new things that they're coming up with Cooper. So do you have an age rack of on the sports that you have or in the clubs? Like what age or grade starts?
That's a great question. Thank you. So we are looking into next year expanding the ages. Typically it's from 5th grade up. Because we are a family school, we like to really start them younger. But we are looking at younger programs. We have a new athletic person in the district who's going to build up the younger kids programs. And we do have clubs that are after school. The Rutgers Ignite, Camden YMCA, they do things after school as well. But definitely 5th grade and up for those competitive sports that we like to engage in.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Josie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
thanks, Josie. So I believe we have Freedom Prep that would like to go up next.
Miss Addie, are you ready to share your screen?
I am.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, this is new at this too. Not doing anything. Okay. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, looks great.
Okay.
Okay, so good evening, everyone here and also on live. I am Fatima, as well as Miss Addie. We are the enrollment managers here at Freedom Prep Charter School. So a little bit about us. We are located on 1000 Atlantic Avenue in Virtual Hospital, which is also on Mount Ephraim as well. So many people say that we are on Mount Ephraim. We are elementary school, a middle school, and also a high school, which we will save that for another day, but we are K through 12. Because we are a charter school, we are able to enroll students who live within the state. So we have many students who live within Camden and also many students who live without. Many parents who work within the city enroll their children here for easy access and for our curriculum and academics. We are a pretty small school, ranging from 800 to 850 students a year, and that's from K through 12. So a little bit about our school, if you want to hit that. Okay. So in 2012, the low performer charter school in Fairview, it was called Freedom Academy, joined forces with Democracy Prep Network, which is based out of New York, and transformed into Freedom Prep. The new name, Freedom Prep Charter School, reflects Democracy Prep's mission, dream values, and successful instructional practices In 2014, we were expanded into a high school. And that same year, we moved into virtual hospital where due seasons recently had closed. And to sum things up, no, we are not due seasons, and no, we are not the same charter school that was in Fairview called Freedom Academy. We are Freedom Prep Charter School. The mission of Democracy Prep Public Schools is to educate responsible citizen scholars for success in the college of their choice and the life of active citizenship.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to share the video that we have here. See if I can share it with you. So this is just a video of our school.
Welcome to Freedom Prep Elementary School. My name is Latoya Pearson. I'm the principal here at Freedom Prep Elementary, located in Camden, New Jersey, where we serve scholars in grades K through 5.
Welcome to Freedom Prep McCann, and I'm the principal here. Grades 6 through 8, and we're located in the Liberty Park section of Camden.
Our school culture is centered around our 5 dream values, which are discipline, respect, enthusiasm, accountability, and maturity.
So the culture of our school really goes with our motto of work hard, go to college, and change the world. Every day, we're pushing scholars to work hard to be their best selves, both academically and as people. Go to college is important because we're making sure that scholars in middle school are prepared for high school and then for the college of their choice or what they choose to do with their lives. Change the world is important because we're not only talking about our students as students, we're talking about them as people.
The most important highlights of our school are that we hold all scholars to high expectations and deeply believe that regardless of what zip code you are born into, you can perform at high academic levels and advance onto the college of your choice.
Another highlight is our Ela and Math Programming. We believe that reading and math are so crucial to students and their success that we've built an additional time each day for both of these subjects.
Each grade level is equipped with a special education teacher who supports in an inclusion setting by providing modified materials and accommodations based on individual scholar needs. This is FPE's founding year of our bilingual program. Scholars in the bilingual program receive books and instruction in both English and Spanish.
You should come to Freedom Prep because in addition to our great programming, we have adults that work really hard for kids every single day.
If you're looking for an elementary school, you should definitely come to Freedom Prep Elementary because here we work hard, go to college, and change the world.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk a little bit about our scholar life. And right now we are in a hybrid schedule, which is 2 days a week in the building and 2 days virtual from 7:45 to 3:15. That's our daily schedule. We provide busing to our families depending on the distance, and we do have courtesy transportation and also district transportation. Each scholar is provided with a Chromebook and the equipment, even a hotspot to complete the work. And we're keeping our scholars safe by following all the rules, the masks. We have no transitions in the classrooms right now. They are 6 feet distance at all times, and we take breaks to wash and wipe surfaces. In the Learning at Freedom Prep, there are double blocks of math and reading to allow extra time for remediation and enrichment. As far as science, history, and special blocks are also included in our curriculum. This allows scholars to see beyond their day-to-day life and environment, and also provides content that reflects the scholar's culture. And right now, under the hybrid setting, we do have the uniform policy is we do have uniforms in the school, but right now during hybrid setting, it's not as strict. They can pretty much wear like a plain polo and uniform pants. As far as the scholar expectations, we have high expectations with high support. Our teachers are available until 8:30 p.m. every day, and there is a lot of communication between parents and the teachers via email, texting. We also provide the parents with a progress report on a weekly basis so that they know, how far and how well the kids are doing. We follow the dream values that were explained in the video, which is discipline, respect, enthusiasm, accountability, and maturity. The students are expected to be on time and ready to learn each day. And scholars are expected and supported in taking ownership of their learning. And now I'm gonna let Ms. Taylor speak about our Civics program.
Okay, just really briefly, Democracy Prep does have a Civics program. At Democracy Prep, we educate our scholars to lead a life of active citizenship. We also empower families to have a voice in their communities. We also have, within that program, I'm sorry, give me a second. We believe sorry, I lost my spot there. At Democracy Prep, we educate our scholars to lead a life of active citizenship. We also empower families to have a voice in their community. We also do days of community service. At least one day a year, all Democracy and Freedom Prep scholars go into the community and volunteer. They learn about issues in the community, specific nonprofits, and ways that they can impact change. Democracy Prep partners as a whole, we partner with over 150 local organizations and nonprofits. So Democracy Prep and Freedom Prep are nationwide. We have different schools in different states, including Texas, Louisiana, and New York. So that really sums up our presentation. If you would like to enroll, please contact me at 609-471-4531.
O si tienen alguna pregunta y les gustaría inscribirse, también me pueden llamar a mí. Mi nombre es Adi y mi número es 609-820-6004. Gracias.
Thank you so much, ladies. And so I don't see any questions in the chat, but do we have any questions on Facebook Live? No. All right. Thank you guys for your time. And Dudley, would you like to go next? Miss Migdalia?
Yes. Let me see. Okay. Good evening. My name is Migdalia Gonzalez, Family Operation Coordinator for Dudley School. Welcome to Thomas H. Dudley. The school are located at East Camden, and we are the home of Phoenix. Our strength is in our diversity. Dudley Family School prepares students with academic skills. I'm sorry. They prepare the student with academic skills and characters needed to succeed in high school, college, and future leaders for the community and our nation. Right now, I want to share one video. This video is about Mindfulness. This is one of the program the school they provide for our students.
I'm happy to share this for you too, Ms. Migdalia, if you're having issues. Is this the video I sent to you?
No, this is
Oh,
a
it's a
different
different
one.
one.
Yeah, no, this is a different one. Do you hear that?
No, we're not able to view it. If you can send me that link in the chat, I can play it for you.
Give me 1 second. And did you see the video? No.
We're gonna play it for you in 1 second.
Okay. I apologize. Yes, I struggled this afternoon.
It's okay. We're just happy you're here. We're happy to help. It should be guided meditation. I am. Is that the name of the video?
No, it's the Miss Lewis.
Miss
Meditate.
Okay, that's it. I'll share it for you.
Okay.
Welcome to today's mindfulness practice. Take a moment to find
Yes, this is one example when about the mindfulness program. It's a guide meditation to help students set it up for the daily basis. They start when the school start at 8:30 in the morning.
Feel the weight of your body.
This program, the mindfulness practice and social emotional learning are integral part of the education at Dudley from preschool to 8th grade. Mindfulness practice helps students to increase emotional and self-awareness, relational skill, and good decision making. Yes, this is only, yes, you can stop sharing this screen. And back to the other ones. Thank you.
You have to reshare your screen, but you have it. You have the screen now.
Yes. This is another sample when the student they start practicing also. Is after school program, they have a program with the parents for family engagement also. This is the one that you see right now. These are practicing, they started last year for this year for the pandemic. They try to do right now again because they stopped. But this is some sample that they did it with a student, with the community, and in the after school program with this. Also, the school provide another program for the students they call restorative practice. Restorative practice stuff to our students to help increase students' ability and effectively communicating to resolve conflict and improve relational skills. This is another program they offer for Dudley community and students. Also, Ms. Castro, she is the school counselor and she working directly with some programs for the student like Rutgers Future Scholar, that is a partnership for Rutgers, and also Rutgers provide the Rutgers Ignite program for the students also. Ms. Castro coordinate the safety patrol for the students also. It's another program to integrate our students. This is one of the projects that they doing during the school years. Also, the students are working during the breakfast, during the lunch, and in the dismissal for the student. They support the staff, helping with their parents and their kids. Also, Miss Castro, she's working with the Spirit Week. This is something for fun that they have for the student, for the parents, try to have something fun. They included some different activities like for holidays, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for Hispanic, and all these festivities. This is something for fun for the students. Dudley, they have the bilingual program for the students. She worked directly with the bilingual department. It's K-5. That's what they offer right now for our community. This is one example that I mentioned before when they have the Spirit Week. This is one activity the student they have. And also this is one activity in the classroom when they practice the eye station, the students. Is you see the students right now, they try to practice all the activities for math. And if you see the faces, they look like they are so interested. That shows that the classes that they are teaching, they try to do in the way that the student, they understand and don't be frustrated. This activity is for, it's another classes for the art department. The school have, this is for the class of art. They practice also during this class mindfulness. They were able to enjoy the time to focus the mind on the very act of engagements. You see different, when they start doing the Black History, they have activity for that, for spring break and different activities. The school also have the programs for performing arts that they have art shows during the Hispanic, during the Black History Months, and they is incorporated with the music teachers, the different staff also that they support. Dudley, they have the special education department. They work with the special needs student like autism for the elementary school, and also for middle school, they have in support classes for this student also. Dudley have the APTT motor program. This is one activity when the student, they start promoting 1 week before the activity. The APTT is a model of family engagement that is grounded in the notion to school, families and teachers work together as partners to maximize student learning. This they do it. Excuse me, they have this program, the APTT, like normally it was the parent-teacher conference. Right now, they changed for the APTT, Academic Parent-Teacher Team. It's one in November, the second one is in February, and right now it's the other one is on April, that is coming soon. This activity, the teachers, they working together with the parents and to showing how they can work and support the kids at home.
So sorry to interrupt, Ms. Gonzalez, but you are up on your 10 minutes. Do you have only a few more slides left to go?
Yes, I have one more.
Okay, no problem.
And the last one that you see, this is the Rockers program, Ignite after school program. During this activity, the student, they have some activities outside like gardening. And during the Rockers Ignite program, also they have biking and others program like performing arts for the students and for the families. And this is the last one that I have for the presentation also. I forgot to apologize. I don't mention that the principal is Ms. Vega and the lead educator is Ms. Perry. This is the presentation that I have for us. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Ms. Gonzalez. I don't see any questions in the chat. Do we have any on Facebook? All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Great presentation. All right. So I'm going to pause and let me just. Awesome. So I'm just going to pause and ask our parents that are on the call if any of them would like to share anything they've learned. We have some great raffle prizes that we would like to give out. So if anyone can share anything they kept in mind from the schools that just presented, we had HB Wilson, Hope Community Charter School, Davis, KIPP, Coopers Point, Freedom, and Dudley just went. Anyone want to just share a quick thought of what they gathered from these presentations, or one school in particular? Anything?
Hello, this is Keisha James. One of my kids go to Coopers Point, and most of my kids have already been, but one of the things that really stood out to me was Freedom Prep, when they offered the Civics program for the kids, and how they teach them to be more vocal about the different things that's going on in their community. I really love that.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Markel. And what grade is your current student at Coopers Point?
He's in second grade.
Second grade. Awesome. So he will love this book bag full of tons of books, games, some engineering projects. So
wow, thank you.
You can drop your contact information in the chat. We'll make sure to get this to you, please.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. And for any other parents that would like to share anything that they've gathered? It could be any takeaway or anything you thought was interesting about the schools that presented. All right, we have some great other prizes in store. So if you guys want to chime in, even our Facebook Live parents, if you guys want to chime in, we can also get these prizes to you. So thank you guys for listening. So up next, we will have Melina, Mastery Melina.
Thank you. I'm going to share. Let's get this out of the way. And just want to make sure we're where we need to be. I am Marisol Nunez, and I am the Assistant Principal of Operations at Master Molina Lower School. And we're just going to do a quick thing, and I will try and be as quick and under my 10 minutes as possible.
Welcome. My name is Mina Lee, and I am the acting principal of Mastery Molina Lower Schools, and I am here to introduce you to our wonderful kindergarten programming and one of our fabulous teachers.
Hello, my name is Brianna Jackson. I'm a kindergarten teacher here at Molina Lower, and I absolutely love my job. I love my job because we provide a lot of services such as reading, math, science, and phonics.
We provide small classroom sizes so we are able to set the children up for success. We also provide small classroom area spaces for reading so that the children can build social skills and community within our classrooms. With all the resources we provide, it sets our students up for success so that they are ready for the first grade.
We know that choosing the right kindergarten is a huge milestone both for you and your child, and we want to be able to help you every step of the way. So choose Mastery and click here.
That was just a little intro from our acting principal, Mina Lee, who typically would be our assistant principal of instruction and specialized services. So you'll see we have joyful classrooms, create academic excellence. We'll go through a lot of this, but with student life, we lead with love and support. Again, I'm Marisol Nunez. I'm the assistant school leader of operations. Luz Ramos is also on this, and she's family and community engagement. You can see she's just, before COVID, we were hugging, and now we're just, air high-fiving, but we are welcoming our babies in, our students in every single day. Some fast facts: we are the only K-2 school in Camden. We have 3 kinders, first and second, and in each of those kinder, first and second, we have a bilingual classroom. So we like to boast that we are fully bilingual programming for students whose first language is Spanish. I'll show you a quip about that. But basically, we honor Spanish as their primary language, and we will teach them to read, write, and do everything in Spanish along with English, so that when they leave our program, they are fully bilingual writing and reading. We have a leadership team. All of our principals and APs are bilingual, and we are highly focused on academics and lead, again, with joy. We have our little red schoolhouse is what we call it, our secure schoolhouse. These are our leadership. We've got Miss Charleston on the right, myself, we've got Miss O'Brien and Miss Lee. We were just welcoming back our students. We were so excited to have them back in our building. We have, this is a relatively new building. We have a gated parking lot. So we have a separate building that is our gymnasium. We have state-of-the-art facilities. We've got crossing guards, and we also have teachers welcoming students in every day. Typically on that front stoop, you can see, we're in North Camden, so you can see the Ben Franklin Bridge like right from there. So you know where we're located. And I know it's hard for me to get up in the morning sometimes, and our kids on that front stoop every morning for at least 45 minutes, you're gonna hear me look at me, and you're going to see me dancing, and I have music that blares throughout the neighborhood, because we want to start our day off fun and vibrant and come into school not like we just woke up. So we try and, again, lead with joy. We have our morning broadcast. So our morning broadcast is a daily social and emotional learning and engagement with text and diverse characters through our morning meeting. They're age appropriate, and we also will address current things that are going on in the world. So we are planning to address the things that were unfortunate that happened recently, but in an age appropriate way. And we really embrace this during the virtual world. And we have a lot going on that we can still engage our students that are home and virtual, and we can engage our students that are in school. We have very small class sizes. We have amazing support. We have 2 teachers in every classroom. You can see this is some of the modifications we did, bringing the children back with the face masks and with the partitions. We have weekly incentives for attendance and behavior, which I'll show you in a minute, but you can see even in learning, everybody's smiling, everybody is enjoying the day, and that's part of like what their morning meeting would look like, to set the expectations for the day and kind of recap what they did the day before. Our joy calendar goes out to all of our families and students every week. So this week, just a sample, there was a World Animal Day. We have one teacher who has 14 animals, but we had a lot of people either write in what their animal was or tell us what kind of animal they would have. Teachers will shout out students who've been working super hard virtually, because we want to make sure that the virtual kids are still feeling a part of our school community. So we like to spotlight them as well. And then we had Pajama Day, ICU, random pictures, which parents love to see their kids engaged in things. And then we have Funny Fridays, where our Miss Charleston, our culture person, who is like our ambassador of joy, tells lots of funny jokes that she thinks is funny and laughs, and the kids do too. Community meeting. So this is where we get the entire school together and we have a community meeting. This is our gym, and we celebrate all of the hard work and dedication the kids have had, and we celebrate kindness and student achievement. So we'll have the whole school together now. We do it virtually, but we are looking very forward to being back all together. There are field trips every report period, typically in a normal school year. We have individualized assessments and support. So you can see this teacher is sitting down with this kindergartner at the time and assessing their reading ability. So they're going to figure out where they land in reading. I always like to explain it that you want to see where your kids are so you can meet them where they are. Because if you're in a level A reading and you're in a group that's, dealing with level F, you're going to be frustrated, and that's where behavior comes from. So we have small group sizes where teachers can teach the kids on the same level and move them to the next level. I also like to brag that my son came here in kindergarten, and when he left in the kindergarten, he was reading on a 2nd grade level. So it definitely works. Our teachers know our students. This is Miss Baker. You also saw her in the morning broadcast looking a little different. And she will get, just like the rest of our teachers, get on the students' level and really figure out what makes them tick so that we can really push them to the next thing. We have speech, occupational therapy, social workers, nursing staff on site to provide any additional support as well. Specials, there's our gym, we have art, we have musical arts. Our art and music teacher has been, she's our Cinderella of the building, but she also does like off-Broadway plays, which is really cool. Transportation, most of our children that need transportation will get it, whether it's through the district or we offer courtesy busing as well, because we know sometimes it's a little hard to get to school. Uniforms, we are a light blue polo. You'll see upper is a dark blue polo with navy blue pants. Nice and easy, you can tell our kids apart. In a typical day of arrival, if it's not a virtual COVID world, our schedules, breakfast and play, morning meeting, we've got reading and writing, they take a brain break, they do small reading rotations, there is lunch, math, and then we see where they are in math and we'll be responsive to that. There is enrichment and dismissal. Because our babies are K-2, there aren't like sports teams, but we do have clubs. We have a basketball club, a girls choir, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Soccer for Success. We've got bookmates where police officers or retired teachers will come in and read to our children, and they have like a one-on-one type of mentor that way. COVID health and safety, you can see from these pictures, we are ready, we temp everybody wears masks, there's social distancing, we have reminders everywhere. We don't want it to be a sterile environment, but we want to make sure that we are keeping healthy and safe. And a quick.
Hola, me llamo Kimberly Blake y soy la directora bien orgullosa de esta escuela, Mastery Molina. Quiero invitar a ustedes por un vistazo entre nuestra escuela y la programa bilingüe.
¡Bienvenida a nuestra escuela! Vamos a nuestro centro, vamos a aprender mejor.
They get to be exposed to a Dominican Spanish, a Mexican Spanish, a Venezuelan Spanish, a Nicaraguan Spanish. So they get that exposure. So not only do they come in here and we shelter their native language, we also expose them to more dialects of Spanish.
En casa se habla español y sobre mi cultura, pues como somos mexicanos nosotros, hablan puro español y a la vez es bonito que ellos aprendan cuando un día ellos se van de vacaciones a México.
I love being an ESL teacher here and working with the bilingual students. The approach that we take here at Molina Lower is being able to truly invest the time in working with both languages and supporting both languages. Say it together. First, we added the... Oh, did we do the water drops first?
No. Shaving cream.
Think about it first before you start calling it out. Think. Let's give us some time to think.
Muchas escuelas ofrecen programas bilingües que quitan el idioma de los estudiantes y suman inglés. Pero en nuestra escuela pensamos que los estudiantes son la combinación de los dos y enseñamos los niños así.
I'm going to stop that short so I don't go over time, but just again, that is our Molina Lower school, and we are part of a bigger network. So once they are done with the K-2 experience, they will transition into our 3 to 8 experience at Mastery Molina Upper. They don't have to apply, they automatically get it. And that is about a block and a half away, and then they can head over to the high school. So if anybody has questions, I'm here. Otherwise, we will go next into Ms. Tanner at Molina Upper. Any questions? I was fast. I was trying to be quick.
Call for mute.
Hello, everybody. I have enjoyed everybody's videos and information from each school. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna try to break my own record, talking less than 10 minutes. Glad to be here. So we are Molina Upper. We're located at 601 Vine Street. We're 3rd grade through 8th grade. So just like Marisol said, so K through 2nd, the 3rd graders come to our school. And then from 8th grade to 9th grade, they go into Mastery High. So they automatically have a seat. All right, so let me share my screen because 10 minutes is ticking. All right, share. Hold on, just a second. Does everybody see the screen?
No, you're not sharing just yet.
I'm not sharing, hold on, I didn't click the button, hold on. All right, share screen first and then go. All right. All right, did I do it?
No, so you would select your share screen, and then you want to select the appropriate tab or window you have open that you want to share.
Okay, I'm doing it backwards, hold on. Okay, so share screen first.
Yes.
And then click what I want to do.
It should pop up with several tabs or whatever you have open.
Okay, come on. Okay, now?
Yep.
All right, I was doing it backwards. All right, so we have to change a lot of things since we're virtual now. So we're 3 weeks in with our kiddos being back. So we have about half of our students back. This is wrong. So I will over talk what these slides say. I don't know why the right slides aren't up. But our hours of operations are Monday, we're all virtual. So no students are in the building. All students are virtual. Tuesday through Friday, we start school at 9 a.m. and we stop at 4 p.m. Wednesday, this is when we are, before the pandemic hit, we would start school, and then we will have half day every Wednesday. We don't have half day right now. So of course, when school starts and we're 100% back in, we will probably go back to Wednesdays. Don't know yet what our CEO would want, but that's our school of hours. Our principal, Rakia Reed, she's been here since 2015, since Mastery Molina Upper has taken over. Our assistant principal, we have assistant principal practically of every subject. So Isamar Ramos is our assistant principal of operations. We have Ms. McNeil, assistant principal of culture. We have Gina Post, assistant principal of literature. Ms. Regan's assistant principal of mathematics, and Brooks Honeyford, assistant principal of special services. All right, so we honor our students. Our feeder schools are Lower Molina and Mastery High, as we talked about it. Lower Molina talked about it, and I'm talking about it now. So we share these t-shirts. Every grade level has their own t-shirts. They make their own saying. So we make smart look good here at Molina Upper. So this is what the 3rd graders will wear. They do have to wear uniforms, but if they make their t-shirts, they can wear their t-shirts to school as long as they have their bottoms on, their correct bottoms rather. All right. Again, I don't know why the right slides are not up, you guys, so I apologize for this. So Molina Upper, our staff is small now since we're going virtual. We have about 15 students per classroom. So we're making sure that we're safe and that we're ready. Our classrooms, we're greeted by the teachers. Teachers stand in the classroom so we can feel the feeling of each student to see if, are they off? Did they have a bad night? So we can talk to them and get their spirits joyful as they enter the classroom, because we want joy, we want peace, we want the environment to be where they can learn and not be stuck where they are. We want to know that they can push through it to get to it at the end of the day, that we are all here for them. Okay, these are our uniforms. That's what Ms. Marisol was talking about. So 3rd through 5th, so you can see the difference. They wear the blue polo shirts with the blue bottoms. And then the 6th through 8th, they wear the same shirt, but the bottoms are different. So, and then we have loaner pants, a washing program. So if a student has accidents during school, I wash. So they'll put on some clean pants or clean shirt, whatever is soiled, I will wash. And by the end of the day, I will give them back their clothes. If a parent needs their clothes washed, I don't mind them bringing 2 or 3 loads the whole day. I will wash. They can't bring a whole bunch of loads, but I will help them wash. So I don't want any excuse. You know, my child's clothes was dirty. They couldn't wear their uniforms. We're here. Another thing that I do, I forgot to introduce myself. So I'm Marcy Tanner. I'm the Family Community Engagement Enrollment Manager of the school. I do the food bank once a month. We had one today. I also do home visits. So if a parent can't get to the school with their documents, I go and pick them up. If they need food, I go and bring them food. So I do home visits. I don't do a lot of them, but it has to be important. All our family needs are important, but it has to be important. Not to run to the store to get a cigarette break. No, nothing like that. But something important, I will go and help that family out. Sorry again, I don't know why the new slides. The year is different, but we do the same thing. So in school electives that we have the Lego robotics, we have the yearbook club, problem solving, teachers try to do through traditional games. We have the hip hop history, chess club, jigsaw puzzle. We try to think of clubs that the students will enjoy learning through. It's not about teachers and what we like. We try to find out from the students what would they like to learn through and with. Teacher self-care. We also have to think about our staff. We need some stress relievers ourselves. So we have spa days, we have painting, not sip and paint, talk and paint. Those are during school hours. We have massages, we have yoga, and we have nutritional classes that we care about our teachers. We need them stress-free. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm still at school, so I'm getting, okay, thank you. All right. We have sports offered, girls basketball. We have track, we have boys basketball, track, softball. We have extracurriculum classes. We have Girl Scouts. We have poetry. We have dance. We have step. We have cooking classes. We do after school with Rutgers Ignite. Also, I heard quite a few schools work with Rutgers Ignite. We're one of them. Student life. I do teach kids in the kitchen, but the students like to put hands on more than I do. So I give them a good go. So this was, I forget what they made, and they took pride in this day. They made, I think it was Salisbury steak and some fries, but they did it. They wanted me to do this picture more than anything, because the other stuff that they make, you guys, bless their hearts, but this one was pretty good. All right, so the annual dances that we have daughter, daddy, daughter, we have mother, son dance, we have pumpkin carving, we have the winter festival, Hispanic Heritage Festival, we have the paint night, we have second grade formal, meaning from Laura Molina. We want them to their school, we want them to fill their school for third grade. So before they start third grade, we give them their own formal where they have to dress up like they're going to the prom. Oh my goodness, I love that. So I hate that we didn't get to do it this year. So hopefully next year, I love it. You guys should see them. Oh, you guys should see them. We have the Black History Month celebration, and we have the spring fling. We do have after care. I'm sorry, I don't know why our slides got mixed up, but we are not alone with After School All-Stars. We are with Rutgers Ignite. I named a few of these. We even have the color guard. You guys remember the color guard when we were in school? So we started that back. That's for the older students, so they can take responsibility and talk to the lower grades. You know, oh, button up your shirt, pull your pants up. So we give that responsibility to them, the older students, 6th through 8th grade, so they can talk to the 3rd and 5th graders as they enter the building, so they can take responsibility. We have cheerleading, and we have many more clubs. I know I have a few minutes. I'm trying to hurry. Okay. FCE, that's what I do. I serve the whole family. I do coats giveaway, backpacks giveaway. Again, the washing program I told you about, the food bank I mentioned, career help. I help families, about 80%. I help families get a job. I help parents get a job. They come in, do their resume, and I send them out to the job fair, and they will call me, Miss Marcy, I got the job. A lot of resources that we share in the community, along with our feeder schools.
Ms. Tanner, I just want to let you know you are up on time.
I knew it. But any questions, get in touch with me. 856-536-3999 is the Camden enrollment, and my phone number is 856-839-6161. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm not seeing any questions in the chat. Do we have any on Facebook? No. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Tanner. That was Mastery Molina. So up next, we will have Uncommon Camden Prep.
Okay. I'm going to share. I'm Queen, by the way, with Camden Prep. So thank you for inviting us. Can everybody see that on the screen?
Yes, looks great.
All right, so welcome to our session. So thank you again. My name is Queen. I also have on here Miss Moen. So we both work on the student recruitment team. So a little bit of background about Camden Prep. So we currently have 4 schools in Camden, and starting in August, we're going to be serving grades K through 10, as our current 9th graders will be going to 10th grade next year, which is amazing. So Camden Prep has been serving Camden City for 7 years now, and we've been supporting over 1,000 students since we've opened our doors. We currently have schools in other parts of the country, so we're all under the umbrella of Uncommon Schools. So what makes us uncommon is that we love our students and we want to nurture them and make sure that they're the best versions of themselves. Every day we're building relationships for life with our students. Once our students come in to our schools in kindergarten, they can stay with us through 12th grade. So every year we're going to add a grade to our high school. So we just want to make sure that our curriculum, that our students are reaching their fullest potential. So we're really focused on academics. In fact, like all of our classrooms are named after a college, so that just reminding our students how important college graduation is for them. And we're really understanding of how important our families are in that process. So we really try to make sure we're working as a team together for our students. So about our school locations, right now we have 2 elementary schools and 1 middle school. We also have a high school, but that's for tomorrow. But our 2 locations are 1650 Coatwood Street, and then we also have a Mount Ephraim campus, 1575 Mount Ephraim. So our Coatwood location is near Lady of Lourdes Hospital, and our Mount Ephraim is near Virtual Hospital. So our school does provide busing for all of our students if you live over 2 miles from any of our schools. So we add our students to our schools based on where you live. So we try to make sure that if you are under 2 miles from our schools, that you're going to be at the closest school to where you live. To dive into our academics a little bit more, we're really proud of how well our students do academically. So academic achievement is really important for us. We really take a data-driven approach to academics. We provide small group tutoring for our students. We also support diverse learners because we know that not everyone learns the same way. And we really focus on joyful classrooms is what's really important for us. We also have enrichment programming and also SEL programming. So we know that's also important in conjunction with our academics. But our overall goal, of course, is getting our students to get into great colleges and also ultimately graduating from college. Also, another important part of our academics is our special education offerings. So we are proud to serve students with special needs. We have remedial math and reading instruction. We also have classroom support for any children that need it, both from our general teachers and our special education teachers. So we have an entire special education department with a manager who oversees that. And we have small group instruction for content-specific support. So if they need specialized attention, we can do that as well. And that data-driven, since we're really focused on data, we make sure that if we see in the data that any students are struggling, that we're making sure that we're providing the instruction at the appropriate levels for them. And some of the services that we provide are speech language therapy, OT, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and counseling. So we provide all of those services to any students that need it. And school culture for Camden Prep is also very important. So we have really high expectations for our students. So we want to make sure that our students are having an amazing day every day and reaching their potential and having a joyful experience. So to make sure that this happens, we do have a longer school day and year. We also require uniforms when we're in the building to create a professional environment for our students. And we do live by our core values of caring, respect, responsibility, courage, and justice, so that we can support our students to become the leaders of tomorrow. And then since we are in today's world, we do have remote and hybrid learning opportunities. So in the beginning of the school year, our current parents were able to choose whether they wanted to continue the school year either remotely or hybrid, when things were available. So for remote, our classes are happening at the same time, Mondays through Thursdays. And they still going to have 2 teachers, even when they're online. So all of our classrooms have 2 teachers per classroom. So that doesn't change because of remote learning. For hybrid, we recently opened back up hybrid, and the schedule is 2 to 4 days per week, depending on the student's grade level. So it changes for every family. And then of course, in terms of safety and health precautions, we make sure that we're abiding by all the social distancing and cleaning so that our students and staff are safe. So that pretty much is it for me. Really quick synopsis, but does anybody have any questions for us? Well, we have a general recruitment email address, which is on there, cpenroll@camden-prep.org. And my number is 856-209-5701. That's our recruitment number, but I can check that out as well if no one else has any questions.
Thank you. We don't have any on Facebook. Awesome. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate your time. So if you could just stop your screen sharing. Okay. Awesome. So up next, we're going to have RT Cream Early Childhood Center. So RT Cream is on our call because they do feature kinder. So just wanted to make sure that, they were also included in this event to make sure that people were aware of Cream having kinder as well. So Miss Shitano, if you can screen share.
Okay, not sure what happened. Here we go. Okay, can everyone see that?
Yes.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Here I go again. There we go. Okay, so my name is Lisa Shikatano. I am a kindergarten teacher over at RT Cream. Cream is located in the Centerville section of Camden. It is strictly an early childhood center. The principal is Mrs. Medina Dyer, and the lead educator is Dr. Naima Duncan. We're located on 1875 Mulford Street in Camden. So as I said, we are strictly an early childhood center. So we have pre-K and kindergarten. So the pre-K is broken down by pre-K 3 for 3-year-olds. So children can start as early as 3 years old and begin their learning career with Camden at as early as the age of 3. We have pre-K 3, we have pre-K 4, and then we have 2 kindergarten classes. So we currently have 13 pre-K classes and 2 kindergarten classes. So the children can continue on at Cream. I know that there are plans slated in the future to open up to 1st grade and then eventually to 2nd grade, but right now we are pre-K and K. So I am new to the school. I'm actually new to the Camden district. I started in October, and I have a small class size of 13 children, which makes it a nice intimate school. But one of our missions is to nurture the needs of our earliest learners. And we pride ourselves, actually, we call ourselves the Cream Team, and we provide a very loving, nurturing, and family type atmosphere. So we are extremely proud of the relationships that we have developed with our families that we serve through Cream. And our parents are our partners, and we have a high family engagement because of that. So we continuously, we're currently virtual, and we're slated to go back April the 12th. But right now, even in the virtual environment, we have a high parent involvement because of the activities that we involve our families in, so that they're constantly involved in the learning process with their child. Our children are encouraged to learn through discovery, song, movement, investigations, and this helps them to develop a strong foundation for literacy, math, and all areas of their learning. So I'm just going to go on and show you my slides. Why choose Cream? And we hope that you choose Cream because we are a group of dedicated and loving staff who are passionate and about educating the whole child. Your child will receive an entire Cream team who takes a vested interest in providing the highest quality education in a nurturing, loving environment where your child is made to feel as an important part of the community. And that doesn't just apply to the children, it also applies to the parents. They feel that they are valued and respected and part of the entire process. So they say it takes a village, and here Cream really is a village. The kindergarten teachers at Cream are Mrs. Lamphere and myself. Together we have 33 years of experience teaching in early childhood. My slides were really prepared more for kindergarten and introducing the kindergarten curriculum to you. We feature something called a second step program, which fosters their social and emotional learning, teaches the children a sense of identity, positive self-image, beginning understanding of the diversity of individuals, families, school, and their wider community. We start every day with positive affirmations to help build the children's self-esteem and positive self-image. Also, we talk about feelings and situations, self-awareness, and all of those skills we do every day, and we enforce those skills so that they bring those skills with them and can carry them as a lifelong learner, and they have those foundations to help them handle situations that may arise as they go through their schooling. Reading, we currently have a piloted program with the district called Into Reading, and that encompasses all areas of reading, with reading fluency, writing, phonics, and we use a wide variety of materials to help the children. Everything is done through discovery, investigations, and a hands-on approach. So it's a wonderful literacy program that we were fortunate enough to pilot this year, and I believe it's going to be rolled out through the district to the rest of the schools beginning next year. So our children have first experience with that, so we're proud to say. One of the things that I'd like to highlight is that our children, even in a virtual environment, in a pandemic, they're learning and they're growing, and our children are actually beginning to read right now at this point in the school year. It's amazing to see the transformation that they've made. They're reading, they're writing, and they're proud of their work. So again, it's a small family type school atmosphere, and the children are really they're fostered and nurtured, and they're thriving with that, even in a pandemic, in a virtual world. Math, we use manipulatives. The children discover through different manipulatives. We investigate numbers. They're expected to know numbers up through 120. We do measurement, capacity, volume, data analysis, shapes, graphing. So they're getting experience with all of that, even at the kindergarten level, that is going to help build their foundation for first grade and prepare them well for their first grade years. Some of the things I want to highlight: we have art, music, and physical education. So they get introduced to the different arts, and they're able to use their problem-solving skills and relate art to what's familiar to them, and then give themselves some creative expression through art forms. We also have partnerships with the Barnes Foundation, the Rotary Club, and the Ferry Avenue Library, so we do a lot with them. The children all throughout the year are continuing to have experiences with the Barnes Foundation, which goes in conjunction with what they're learning in art. So we've had many field trips, virtual field trips that they have taken, and we're hoping to continue that through next year. The Rotary Club has sponsored our children. This winter, they sponsored every child in the entire school. We're given winter coats this year. The Ferry Avenue librarian comes virtually through our classes right now, since we're still virtual, and she reads. We have story time, and she reads to every class and does a story time with them for half an hour. So like I said, there's a lot of positive things about our school. We're small, we nurture our earliest learners, and we involve the entire family in the process. So our relationships are phenomenal, and everyone has that vested interest. Everyone there at Cream works together in a team environment. Some information about the grading: we have quarterly report cards, we have interim reports, parent conferences, and I know someone else earlier had spoken about APTT meetings, and those are where we coordinate and get together with the families, and we give input, and the families work together on how we can work together to promote and foster their learning and bring what they're learning in the classroom through home, and how parents can help support their learning. Homework is assigned daily as a review, and we use Seesaw, so everything is digital. So the parents can reach out to us if the children is struggling, and we're able to immediately see what's going on with their learning and address any needs that your child may have. Our communication forms: we have a Facebook page, we use Class Dojo, teachers do give out the cell phone numbers, so we text, we email, we have Dojo messaging app, so you're constantly kept abreast of everything that's going on. We are able to use Dojo and Facebook to send pictures and videos of your child's learning. So I tried my best to give this in less than 10 minutes. So
you're right up on time, so you did a phenomenal job. Thank you so much for explaining RT Cream's really intentional curriculum for kinder. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I don't see any chat questions in the chat or on Facebook. All right. So up next, we have only 2 schools left on the call, which would be Mastery Kramer Hill, and then we'll have Mastery Mcgraw and East Camden together from Mr. Darian.
Awesome. My name is Liz. It's been really nice to hear everyone's presentations and to hear about all of your schools. I really enjoyed that part. So thank you for including us in this. We're happy to be here. My name is Liz Canary. I'm the Director of Operations for Mastery Kramer Hill. We are right on East State and River in kind of an East Camden near Ablett Village area. We're a K-8 school that serves 800 students. So we have about 90 students in each grade from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. I've been there for 4 years since we moved into our new-ish building. So we've been in this really beautiful state-of-the-art, like clean, safe building for 4 years. And our principal is Jessie Gismondi. She was a founding teacher when we were over in the Pine Point building and the Department of Education building. So our 2 schools kind of combined when we moved into our new building on East State and River. Most families choose our school, and one reason that I love our school so much is because we really are a family school, because we get to be K-8, because we're a larger school. A lot of families send everybody to our school. So older siblings can walk to class with their younger siblings. They get to tell their kindergarten siblings about their teacher that they're going to have in 8th grade. And we have phenomenal staff retention year over year. So our teachers are really the experts of their content. They're the life and the joy and the passion of our school. They get to know everybody. They're there when students learn to read and support them all the way up for when students are preparing for high school. Our 8th graders can transition right over to Mastery High in North Camden, or they can experience and apply for other schools in the Camden area. So we really support our students all the way up to being prepared for that. For our building, our teachers and staff welcome our students into our building every single day. We have a full-time nurse, we have a full-time social work staff, and amazing support teachers. So this is a classroom or a picture of first day of school. We've got a student in 8th grade helping her younger brother who's about to start 2nd. That's just like the feel of our building. We have amazing support teachers. So we have a bilingual support class and classes for English language learners. We have multiple teachers in our reading classrooms and phenomenal reading results. The teachers know individually what students are working on, and they really have a pulse on what skills they need to continue to grow. And our students are pushed through, everything. So in their individual reading and math classes, but also through specialized supports for students that need them, speech, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and specific supports for anyone with an IEP. So we really do support all learners at Kramer Hill. We have a robust educational program that includes social studies and civics, music, gym, our library with a librarian, art. So students get to experience a lot of both like rigorous reading and math curriculum, but also creative pursuits. It's neat to see the students transition through our school from like kindergarten reading rotations, using math manipulatives, all the way up to, this is our 8th grade teacher with their language arts lounge that's supporting students to write really beautiful essays. And so middle school has a really different feeling. Students are able to really be pushed and get that experience to prepare themselves for high school. A picture of our amazing music room. Our teacher, Miss Ural, is amazing. And then you can kind of see the difference between how it feels for our little ones who take Miss Ural's music class up to when they get to the 3rd floor and they have their locker and they go to Mr. Hoggy, who helps really push them in math. Right now, we are in school. We have about half of our students who chose to come in person when we were able to open, and half of our families chose to remain virtual. So at this point, we are hybrid with in-person students being able to come 4 days a week. This is a picture from just the other day where you can see students who are learning. So we are following all CDC and Department of Health guidelines in order to be as safe as possible. We're also opting into weekly COVID testing. So staff and students are tested weekly so that we're able to ensure that our entire community can remain safe through this entire period. Also, as a result of the pandemic, and also just to support our students, every student receives a laptop one-on-one and will continue to receive a laptop despite what might happen in the future with our being able to return fully. A couple other pictures of just classrooms set up for that in-person learning, but with social distancing and masking. We offer transportation to most students, actually. So if you apply for transportation, you will likely receive it, whether you live 2 miles away or your walk is just a little bit farther than you would like. So all families that choose Kramer Hill can apply for transportation. And then we do have a uniform. We support all families to get their uniform when they sign up and register for Kramer Hill. The little ones in kindergarten to 2nd grade wear the royal blue, and our older students wear gray polos. And then, like I said, like our lifeblood of our school is our teachers and all of our staff that just support students to find their passion. And our students love to be able to be engaged in lots of different stuff. So we have all of that. We've got the competitive sports where we're playing against different schools. We also have garden and student government. We have just like civics clubs called Men of Honor and Ladies of Excellence. We have tutoring after school every single day. And we do have a robust aftercare program. So, right now we're not doing our aftercare program, but when we return full strength, we will be able to support our working families by having their students stay at school a little bit longer and engaging in different clubs and activities at the end of the day. Our application is through Camden Enrollment, so I just want to plug that. You guys know that. And I'm going to put a link in the chat as well as my cell phone number. I'm happy to walk you through our building. I think it's really nice to feel how a building feels. And I'm here on Mondays. We don't have students in the building. I would love to meet you and walk you through if you're somebody who's been thinking about Kramer Hill but wants to see what it's really all about. So I'm going to share my cell phone number and you're welcome to call or text me and we can make an appointment. 856-839-6606, 856-839-6606. And I'll drop this link in the chat. That's just if you're interested and would like someone to reach out to you, you can fill that out.
Thank you so much, Liz. Do we have any questions for the parents on the call, or I don't see any in the chat, so, and we don't have any on Facebook? All right, so Ms. Liz was nice enough to share her contact information, so keep that in mind if you guys have questions for her. Thanks again. All right, but last but definitely not least, giving you the 2-for-1 combo, Mr. Darian Heaton with Mastery Mcgraw and Mastery East Camden Middle. You're muted.
There we go. Can't make a rookie mistake. Here we go. My name is Darian Hedden. I am the Director of Operations and the Assistant Principal of Operations for Mastery East Camden Middle and Mastery Mcgraw Elementary. So I'm going to start my presentation with a short little video about the kindergarten offerings that we have at Mastery Mcgraw Elementary, and then I'll get started with the presentation.
Hello and welcome to Mcgraw Elementary. I am the proud principal and my name is Charmaine Giles. Today, you are going to be learning a little bit about what makes our kindergarten extra special. Yes, I am standing in front of one of my favorite murals that we have here. It reminds me that we are not just a school of learning, but we are a school of laughing and learning and growing together. So take a look and see what makes us great.
I love my job and all the time I get to spend watching my students learn and grow. We have a strong team of teachers who work together to create lesson plans to meet the needs of all of our students. The students have an opportunity to learn reading, math, writing, all while spending time in small groups so that they can learn and grow as students and as people. We also have gym, art, Spanish, all fun things for our students to explore as they grow. Our goal is to show our students that learning is fun, and that fun will continue throughout their whole time at Mastery Mcgraw.
Choosing a school for your kindergartner is a difficult task, but it doesn't have to be. We're here to help you every step of the way. So don't forget about Mcgraw Elementary and all the things that you've learned in this video. Take care.
So thank you, everybody. Now I'm going to share a little presentation that has both information about East Camden Middle and Mcgraw Elementary. So welcome to Mcgraw. As you saw in the short clip that I played, we have a wonderful principal. Her name's Charmaine Giles, really dynamic, loves education, loves students, and really just has a strong commitment to the work that she does. Prior to moving into this role, she's been with the Mastery family for a while. She taught at Smedley, which is one of our schools in Philadelphia, and then she has been an assistant principal of instruction at Mcgraw, one of the founding principles of instruction, and then went on to become the principal. Outside of the work that, outside of the work that she does within Mastery, like I said, she has a devotion to education. She's also like a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, where she specializes in teaching about elementary education. And she's also learning how to speak Spanish, which is a great asset and just a great tool to really connecting with our community and really just cultivating that feeling that we want at Mcgraw, which is that Mcgraw Elementary is a family school. We are located in East Camden, and we are right across a parking lot from East Camden Middle, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But one of the things that we love to kind of cultivate and love to emphasize is this idea of like love and support. We want to know your children by their name. We want to know what interests you about Mcgraw, what we can do to better the educational experiences for our K-5 babies at Mcgraw. And we want you to be able to see that when they're not with you, they're still getting that same sort of love and support within the building. So every morning, of course, this is a picture pre-pandemic, but every morning we start the day off with joy, because joy, humor, learning is like at the forefront. We want to make sure that kids come into the school every day knowing that, of course, they're going to learn, and of course, they're going to get pretty rigorous educational opportunities, but they're also going to be able to have fun. They're going to feel like this is their home away from home and that this is a family. So we greet our students, we play music, we have this little like strobe light that goes off. Prior to the pandemic, kids would, we would do like a huge morning meeting. We're still doing that. We're just doing it virtually now. But this is just a picture to show you like what we try to cultivate. Of course, we're not doing like the high-fiving anymore and the hugging, but we're still really trying to cultivate that love of learning and that love for being in school. This is our assistant principal of specialized services, Miss Lisa Lundstead. She's been with the Mastery family for a while and has been a founding member of Mcgraw as well. And I'll speak a little bit later about some of the opportunities that we offer, because at Mcgraw, we believe that all means all, that every student is learning, that we're meeting every student on their level, and that we're growing every student. So like I said, high quality academics is one of the things that really puts us where we are at Mcgraw and what we love to make sure that students and families understand. So there's like a rigorous instruction that's given no matter where you are, whether you're in one of your core classes, whether you're in a special class, which is, we have art, we have music, we have PE. So we have those like enrichment and specials that we love to make sure that students are getting that holistic educational experience. We want to push students outside of the box. We emphasize, of course, like math and reading as well. So we do small group reading that happens 90 minutes daily, and it's happening in all our grade levels from kindergarten to 5th grade. We have math and reading intervention as well. So we, like I said, we want to make sure that every student is getting that educational experience that they deserve, and that is going to make them into the students that will go on to middle school, that will go on to high school, and that will really be prepared for this very competitive world that we live in. As I said before, we offer art, we offer music, we offer PE. You saw some of the artwork that exists within the building that Principal Giles was standing in front of. Students play an active role in creating that. And we have an art club that supports that. We also offer teaching support and teacher coaching. So we want to make sure that all of our teachers are equipped with the tools and feel like they have the necessary tools in order to educate our students, because at the end of the day, the education is a civil right. It's not a privilege. Like, high quality education should be offered to every student and to every family that comes into the Mastery fold, into the Mastery Mcgraw fold. So like I said, students like to explore what makes them tick. So what's one of the best ways to do that? Through poetry, which of course emphasizes like reading and their like ELA skills, their writing skills, but also through art, because art is going to help them be holistic learners, be well-rounded. And there's also this like love and caring amongst the teachers. Our students and our teachers like have like great relationships. If you walk down our hallways where you can see some of the artwork and some of the student work, you'll definitely see that there's this joy. If you pop into any classroom, I was popping in the classrooms all last week, you'll see that that teachers are having a great time and students are having a great time. And students and teachers really buy into that culture at Mcgraw. You see like Miss Mendez and Miss Vinafro. This was like dressed like a student day, and students got to dress like teachers. And of course, this is like last year, but you see that we're really bought into making sure that that educational experience is high quality. What we do to create these joyful classrooms and to create this joyful student life is we have like a weekly monster mall. We use Class Dojo. So the theme of our weekly sort of spirit mall or culture mall is what we call our monster mall, and that's tied to our school store. We also have spirit days. We have honor roll and perfect attendance. We want to celebrate students for all the great things that they're doing, whether it's instructionally, whether it's with culture and their behavior. We want to make sure that students notice that we see what's going well. We do village talks where our school social worker is not only speaking with students, but speaking with parents to really just get to the root of what education should be and how we can make Mcgraw an even better experience for our families. We do fun morning meetings. So now we're not doing like the huge school-wide morning meetings, but we do really intimate grade level morning meetings, and it's happening throughout all the different grades. And students really enjoy it. And you can tell when students are logged on because we are in a hybrid model right now. So if they're logged on virtually or if they're in the classrooms, all the students are participating and really having a great time. Like I said, you walk down the hallways, you'll hear like laughter coming from the classrooms and little jokes being made. And we're really trying to make sure that it's an inclusive environment, even in this unprecedented COVID environment. When we were in person, we were offering recess. We had a lot of extracurricular clubs. We did this thing called Cooking Matters, which was like a partnership that we had with East Camden Middle and Campbell Soup, which was a great opportunity for students to get out into the community of Camden. Like I said, we love to cultivate that community feel in the East Camden and Greater Camden community. And what's a better way to do it than getting students out in the community and being able to see the community that they live in a different light. This is an example of Cooking Matters. So the really cool thing about Cooking Matters is that once students, and these are some 4th grade students, would go to Campbell Soup headquarters, they would be able to bring their experiences back and sometimes even food back to the school. So students really enjoyed that. And there were teachers involved too, and the teachers enjoyed that opportunity as well. And just being able to get to know the students on a different level. Like I said, all means all at Mcgraw. We have a family and community liaison, Ms. Mildred Rojas. She does an excellent job of supporting our families, helping families with the job search, with housing searches, and getting them like HUD certified. So when they go through the process of trying to own their own homes, they're feeling that they have that extra level of support. She also pushes into classes because she is bilingual. She will push into classes and support the students. And that speaks to the next point. Mcgraw is filled with a bilingual staff and teachers. Most of the administrators, so myself and our assistant principals of instruction and our principal speak Spanish. So and our administrative assistants speak Spanish. So we want to make sure that every family feels supported no matter what they're doing, whether they're enrolling in school for the first time or wanting to get a question answered about a piece of student work, or trying to figure out like what the events are looking like for the month. We have a really rigorous and robust ELL program. So our ELL teacher is Spanish speaking as well. Both of them actually are, and they support the students as well. We do push in and pull out support for ELL. We have a full-time social worker, and as I spoke to earlier, she does a lot of work with helping students not only throughout the day, but does things like village talks and puts on different events so that parents are feeling supported as well. We have a really robust specialized services department, and we try to make it feel like as least restrictive as possible. So while we do have like a life skills program, and we do have low incidence for our students that really need that intensive support, we offer intervention as well. So we're making sure that students are not feeling like they're totally removed from their general education classes, that our teachers are able to push in and pull out students so that they feel a part of the community, but they're also getting the support that they need in order to be successful. Health and safety. We are definitely keeping health and safety at the forefront. See one of our students there, he comes to school every day, well, when the weather's nice, with his red scooter. And of course, students have their masks, and we have individual seating for students. So these pictures are our kindergarten classrooms, but you'll see in some of our older classrooms, so especially in our 3 through 5, and we've also expanded it to our second grade classrooms, that each of the students have their own individualized desk, and they have barriers, they have water bottles, they have their own little bins, because we want to make school feel as normal as possible, but we definitely want to keep health and safety at the forefront. We do weekly COVID testing for our staff and students as well, just like I said, to emphasize that that culture around health and safety. And we've also, like I said, we're a community school. So prior to our students returning into the building, which they've been in for about a month or so at this point, we were doing community COVID testing. So when the buildings did not have students in it, we opened the building so that community members in the East Camden and Greater Camden community could come through to our school and get COVID tested. We partnered with the Camden City Commission, and we're able to do that just to make sure that health and safety is not only a forefront when students are in the building, but to make sure that the East Camden community and Greater Camden community feels safe during this pandemic. Every child receives a laptop. We are fully one-to-one. So whether students are deciding to stay home and participate in school virtually, or they are in the building and participating in our hybrid model, they still have that laptop and they're still able to access all of their work, both virtually and in person. Like our K-2 classrooms, you'll see we want to emphasize that that culture of close relationships. And of course, this is a picture like pre-pandemic, but also small class sizes. So you'll see that students are learning around like small like U-shaped tables or round tables to reinforce that relationship building and learning, and to really just help the students grow and develop and really understand that it's important when you're younger to have that sort of like collective mindset and know that, and to know that you know, school is a place where we're not only learning, but we're learning to make friends, and we're learning to use empathy and really expose the students to some of the social emotional learning practices that we have built into our curriculum. This is a typical day in the K2 world. This is a typical day pre-pandemic, but you see it's pretty robust. Students would have breakfast, we would do morning meeting, and then they would move into math and small group reading. They'd have lunch, they'd get an opportunity to do writing. They would have play, which is kind of like a play block. They would have recess, and then they would do interactive read aloud, and we do like a closing circle. Of course, they would have their enrichment and specials classes. And like I said before, we'd want to emphasize the importance of building in a holistic education for our students. And this is a 3 through 5 schedule. So our students on the other side of the building, which is our older kids, this would be a typical day in their life pre-pandemic. And even in the with our our hybrid learning model and our virtual learning model now, it very much so mirrors this. Of course, the hours have changed, like school is now from 9 to 4. However, students are still getting close reading and responsive reading. They're getting morning meeting, they're getting science, and they're getting their specials and enrichment classes, they're getting math. So we're still building that into the curriculum, even though school looks a little bit different than what it's looked like in the past. One of the things that really makes Mcgraw shine is just the work that we're doing to make sure that students have the best educational experience. We're the #1 elementary school in math in East Camden. And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Our students are growing every year. In 3 years, our little Mustangs, which we call our students, our mascot is the Mustang, they doubled reading growth in K2, they tripled ELA growth in 3 through 5. They quadrupled math growth in 3 through 5. So students are really learning. We are among the top 10 schools in Camden for math. We have that like love and high expectations, and I think that's what pushes us forward. And our K2 students, they're surpassing reading growth expectations among their peers in Camden. And our 3 through 5 students are growing faster than their peers nationally in reading. So not only is Mcgraw a fun place, but you know your student's going to get a very quality education and some of the best education that they can get in Camden. With that, are there any questions before I move into talking about East Camden Middle?
I don't see any in the chat or on Facebook, so you can move forward with East Camden, Mr. Hedden.
Okay, sure. And usually when we present this, we do have some like frequently asked questions, because sometimes folks are just like, hey, I don't know what to ask, but these are some of the frequently asked questions. I'll share my information at the very end of the presentation. So if something comes to mind, feel free to reach out to me and you can easily get in contact with me. And I'll drop these links in the chat as well. An opportunity to do a virtual tour of Mcgraw, to check out the kindergarten video that I showed in the very beginning. And I have an interest form if you are interested in possibly attending Mcgraw. So at East Camden, so one of the things that I like to highlight is that we have this model where it's crayons to cap and gowns. So students who are at Mcgraw automatically have the opportunity to attend East Camden. And then from East Camden, once they finish their 6 through 8 experience, they're able to automatically enroll into Mastery High School of Camden, at which every step of the way, they're getting quality education and they're really getting those building blocks that are going to make them competitive for when they leave the school, whether they go to college, whether they decide to pick up a trade, whether they decide to enroll in a different sort of program. They have those core skills which are going to make them successful in life. So at East Camden, we are in East Camden, right across the street from Mcgraw. This is our wonderful principal, Principal Williams. Once again, similar to Ms. Giles, who is our principal, and myself, we all went to the University of Pennsylvania, where we got masters in education. Mr. Williams is one of the founding assistant principals of Mastery High School of Camden and Mastery East Camden. So he's been around at East Camden since its inception, since the very beginning, and he's been able to really lay the building blocks into what East Camden is today. So once again, that love and support is radiant at East Camden. One of the things that we really try to instill is that though Mcgraw and East Camden are in separate buildings, we are like one campus. We are essentially one school. We have, and even though our leadership teams are different, we have families that have kids in kindergarten and they have kids in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, or siblings in 5th grade and they have a sibling in 7th grade. So the culture that we lay at both of these schools mimics each other. And we really try to kind of like build that bridge between the two schools with this sort of like instruction, the sort of culture that we have, and just the mindset that we have in both schools. So once again, we want your children, we know your children by name, and we want your children to know that they're going to get a great experience at East Camden Middle. And we also elicit feedback. We want to know what interests you about East Camden Middle. Why is East Camden Middle important? And what can we do to make it better? So once again, high quality academics. When students leave Mcgraw and come over to East Camden, or leave another school and come to East Camden for 6th grade, we want them to know that rigorous instruction is at the forefront and we're pushing students to think outside the box. How are we doing that? We have math and reading intervention. We offer PE and elective classes. So PE is a standard, but our elective classes change from year to year. And a lot of it is based off of student feedback. So in the very beginning of the year, we'll ask students like, what do they want to see? So we've had everything from art classes, we've had karate classes, we've had poetry classes, we've had like a design and knitting class. The elective classes really get students to get that holistic education, but also give their voice. And we wanted students to be able to kind of like create the educational experience that they want to see. We offer very rigorous teacher support and coaching as well. One of the shining star things that we have at East Camden is on our 2nd floor. We have a state-of-the-art STEM lab. So we have 3D printers, we have computers, we have MacBooks up there. We have sewing machines and like wood shop sort of machines. We were, right before the pandemic, we were actually going to do like a ribbon cutting ceremony, but the pandemic hit, it was outside of our control. So once things get a little bit back to normal, we are so happy to like reveal what that looks like and unveil the STEM lab. But we do have a STEM teacher who is like specialized in STEM, who is helping the students really get that core science, technology, engineering, and math experience. We have an 8th grade algebra honors program, which kind of like ties into some of the work that we're doing with STEM. Our reading classes are phenomenal, but we also want students to know that they could be the next scientists, the next engineers, the next designers, whether that's physical design or graphic design. And we just want students to know that their opportunities are limitless and that it will set them up for success once they leave East Camden. So once again, we have loving and excellent teachers. That is actually Miss Hudson at the very top. She is our STEM teacher. So when our STEM lab was being built, we have like a science lab as well, and she was down there, and now her room is up on the 2nd floor in our STEM lab. And she's done an amazing job of really like digging into her craft to figure out how she can make those educational experiences for students like extraordinary and to make them long lasting. The bottom teacher is Miss Smith. She not only is our history teacher, but she does a lot of work within social justice and really embedding that into the curriculum. And she also does pull-out classes and reading intervention classes. So our students are like East Camden Middle, we're a small, tight-knit community, but you'll see that our teachers go above and beyond to make sure that they have what they need or the tools that they need in order to make sure that our students are learning and our students are really hitting those high expectations that we set for them. Joyful Classrooms is at the forefront as well. We have a weekly merit mall. So like I said, you'll see a lot of the same sort of systems and programs that we see at Mcgraw. We have them at East Camden because we do want students to see that though they are, and families as well, though that they are 2 separate buildings, if you go from one building to the next, you'll be able to see the trajectory and what we're trying to create so that when students leave us in 8th grade, they're going on to to high school and they're having those key experiences, which is going to not only increase their learning abilities, but to make them the best high schoolers that they can be. And when students come to us from other schools, they're able to learn really quickly that we want students to enjoy their learning opportunities that they have at school and want them to know that the experiences that they're going to gather are key. So we do a school store as well. Our weekly Merit Mall is actually, it's built into one of our old teachers' lounges. So we totally redesigned the teachers' lounge. So when students go in there, it looks like a store and students are able to purchase a lot of East Camden Middle swag, which is like water bottles, fanny packs, sweaters. We have these like knit blankets that we ordered. We have, it's actually one of the gifts that we got last year was a, I'm not going to take it out, but it's a beach chair and things like that. So when students are, performing well and they're getting those merits and they're doing all that they need to do, whether it's perfect attendance or they're getting on the honor roll, they're getting rewarded for that. And we have parent swag as well, because we want our parents to have an active, to be active participants in the school setting. And when we were in person, we had a lot of extracurricular clubs. So we had basketball, baseball, softball, we had cheerleading, we had soccer. And once again, we allow for student voice. So when students voice that they want to see something, we do what we need to do to offer it. So we've done cooking matters. We've had a gaming club before. All of the different things that are going to give students that experience that they're not going to be able to forget. So like I said, all means all at East Camden as well. Our family community engagement officer at Mcgraw Elementary also works in East Camden. Her office is actually here as well. We have a robust bilingual education program as well. So we offer ELL support, but not all of our administrative assistants, we have members on the administrative team, and most of our teachers are bilingual as well. So we're able to make sure that students who are learning English are still able to access the work and have the opportunity to really engage with the material that's in front of them. Like I said, we have a rigorous ELL program. We have an ELL teacher and an ELL support teacher, so the students are able to get whole group instruction and small group instruction. We have a full-time social worker, and similar to Mcgraw, our special education services are in the least restrictive environments. So we do push-ins, we do pull-outs, we do small groups. We have a life skills program as well. That's a picture of Miss Bivens, extraordinary teacher who is over our life skills program and works with our low incidence students. When they're not in her traditional classroom, we have what we call our life skills apartment, where the room is a big room that looks like an apartment. It has a kitchen in it. It has like a mock bedroom, a mock living room. So students are not only learning how to count, how to read, how to write, but they're also learning some of those core skills, like learning how to make a bed, learning how to bake bread, how to wash clothes, how to clean their environments and keep their environments up to par. They're able to get that experience as well at East Camden. Health and safety. So similar to Mcgraw, we are working on the hybrid model as well. We have students and families who have decided to stay virtual, but we have students and families who have also decided to come back into the building. So what we did, my team within the operations team and the instructional team came together to make sure that we're offering environments that seem similar to what students experienced before, but also making sure that students are safe. So this is our auditorium / cafeteria, and you'll see that we outfitted it with student desk shields to make sure that students can still have a cafeteria lunch experience, but they're almost in their own little bubble and they're staying safe. The picture above that is a picture of one of our classrooms. So students have that as well. Not pictured here is the bin. Students have their own bins so they can keep track of their own supplies. We don't have to worry about students sharing materials and things like that. And you'll see it in the picture next to that. Within our hallways, we have sanitation stations. So we have opportunities for students to keep their hands sanitized. If you were to look at the floor, you'll see that we have floor markers so that we're maintaining that social distancing as well. Students and staff are provided with masks, and unless you're in your own office, which I am, you'll see people wearing masks throughout the day. And similar to Mcgraw Elementary, every student is one-to-one with a laptop. So every student has a laptop, whether they came back to learning in person or they're learning virtually now. This is a typical schedule, similar to what I said at Mcgraw. These are what the schedules look like for our middle school students prior to the pandemic. Once again, still offering those same sort of educational opportunities, just our hours look a little bit different. And once again, one of the things that makes East Camden stand out, besides our love for learning and the joy that we instill in our staff and our students, is our data. We're very data responsive, and we put data at the forefront. We want students to own their data and to know their data, but we also want to be able to explain it and want students to be able to explain it. And I think our numbers speak for themselves rather. So we're one of the top 10 schools in math and ELA in Camden. That is one of the things that really makes East Camden Middle shine. In the past 3 years, our Lions, so at East Camden Middle, we are the Lions and we own that Lion pride. We've grown, we've doubled our ELA growth. And we've tripled our math growth. So students in math are performing 3 times better than in terms of growth nationally than their peers. If you want to learn more about East Camden Middle, I will drop both of these links in the chat, as well as the links for Mcgraw. And similar to Mcgraw, we have an interest form. If you're interested in wanting to learn more about East Camden, I suggest you fill that out. Similar to what you've heard before, we are offering school tours, whether you'd like to do them virtually or come into person. We are in the building with students 4 days out of the week. So Tuesday through Friday, and on Mondays, those are our fully virtual days, but all of the leadership team and some of the teachers are in the building on Mondays. So if you ever want to stop by or schedule an appointment, you can come by and we can show you all of the great things that are happening. Any questions about East Camden Middle?
I don't see any on our live or on our chat. Thanks, but thank you so much, Mr. Hedden, for, sticking with us and presenting about Mcgraw and Mastery East Camden Middle. For those parents that have stuck with us on the call, thank you so much. I do have one more opportunity for a prize. If anyone wants to share anything that they've taken away from the schools that we've heard about today, please feel free to chat, tune in now for an opportunity to win another prize. If not, I know we've ran over our time, so I appreciate everyone staying with us either on live or on our actual call. All the great schools you heard about today, you can apply on our website, which is www.camdenenrollment.org. So to end the event, I'm just going to play a quick 2-minute how-to video on how to use our website to apply. But again, if you have questions, you can call our hotline, which is 856-536-3999. All of our reps are bilingual and we can help you apply over the phone as well. But with further ado, I'll play the video, and then everyone, I hope you have a great night. Thank you again for all your time. Wait, I didn't even do my thing. Okay. Sorry, guys, I was muted, but thank you again for staying on the call. I appreciate everyone's time. And please be on the lookout if you have a rising 8th grader that will be entering 9th grade next year. We have our high school virtual tour tomorrow, same time, but it is another registration link. So you can find that on our Facebook page, on Parents for Great Camden Schools Facebook page. So there's still time to register for that one tomorrow. So thanks again, everyone. Have a safe evening. Take care.